Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Master of Orion, Conquer the Stars in our Trilarian Trickery series. Things are going too well at the moment. I've mentioned a couple of times over the past few episodes that we've had a nice empire building run, which for me is fine. I, as a strategy game player, really enjoy the opportunity. I was the same way. I've brought up Sins of a Solar Empire a couple of times. I used to be really, really anal about trying to set up stations and defenses in a system when I was the only one in a star system in Sins of a Solar Empire, so that I could have an entire area to myself and just build my empire for a while without any scouts or armies bothering me. And of course, the way it worked in that game is when you were discovered, you were more likely to be hit by weapons and attacked and all this stuff. So, because it's a very war-aggressive game. So it's nice to have a game like Master of Orion where, and a game like this one in particular, where I have this opportunity to have, a ton of colonies. Hang on, what is my current... This is planets. Let's go to Empire. Let's see if it'll just tell us how many. Yeah, we have 13 colonies. We got a notification about that last episode. And we're still going to have more. There are more planets to colonize. And they're all building up at a pretty reasonable pace. So let's go ahead and go to the next turn and continue our good run here. See, we have another colony about to start on Imarn 2. Open borders? No. So we're starting to turn down the Meklar a lot. And that is a little troubling. Because we could very well... We're bordering them already. So we are creating some diplomatic friction by being right next door to them. And not forward settling them, because we settled a system that was next to our colonies anyway. So it's not the definition of forward settling. But the computer usually considers it, in my experience... Again, this is my first time with Revenge of Antares, but in my experience, the Master of Orion AI does not like it when you settle one system next to them. It's not cool. It's not cool at all, man. So let's go ahead and queue up the standard build queue for this. I will say, this is one thing they still haven't implemented in Master of Orion, despite the free update, despite... Well, I don't mean to sound too mean, but several opportunities to do so at this point. You'll notice that I'm building the same kind of build queue to start off every planet, and then I even have a similar secondary queue once that one is exhausted. Why is there not yet an option in the build menu here to set up custom build queues and label it? Just type in like build queue starter, colony starter, whatever. Hit enter, and it just throws all that stuff into the queue. You will find as the series goes on, and this issue has been in previous Master of Orion playthroughs on my channel as well, that I spend a lot of time queuing up the same buildings, and it will get repetitive. I'm just telling you right now. I feel a little bit bad about it, but at the same time, I hope everyone knows it can't exactly be avoided. So hopefully, the developers in the future will approach that proactively. Let's see. Palladia Prime is an ocean planet. Let's go ahead and tell you what. Let's build another cruiser. Okay, so we have this guy right here. We're going to build a jump gate. Really high maintenance costs. I'm not happy about those jump gate costs, but it is what it is. All right, so we've got this colony ship. Where are we going to send you? Imarn's fully colonized. Main's fully colonized. Vigare is not. And then we have Ursulus 3. Both kind of crappy planets. Both ultra rich. No, one's rich. This is huge, has room for more population. This has gems. Remind me, what do gems do? Ooh, credits bonus. This is ultra rich and has gems. Yeah, I'm going to colonize that first, because that's going to be a bigger boon to our economy going forward. Speaking of economies, let's see if we can set up trade with anybody. All right. I'm pretty sure we're already trading with the Cylon.
I listen intently.
Lord of the Rings. Clack on. Nope. Okay. I'm not even completely sure who I have trade deals with or not right now, but okay. Also, show info. See, this is interesting. See, this would be a great place to just click to the other advisors. And I mean, I talked about this maybe 2 or 3 episodes back about how it would be nice to be able to just hit the left arrow or right arrow to toggle between advisors when I'm doing stuff like this, instead of having to do so much clicking. Or just make it this screen. Just make these clickable. Why not? It would be cool. Oh, hey, speaking of features that should or may have, that may or may not have already been added. Remember when I was looking for the jump gate tech in the last episode? Let's go to the tech tree. Hey, look at this. Look at this. Jump gate. Thank you, commenters, for pointing out that there is now a search feature. I did not know it was even there. My eyes were just not going to the far right corner of the screen. I don't know how long it's been there. If it's been there a really long time, I'm even more embarrassed. But hey, if you're new to Master of Orion, or if you haven't played it since it was added, newsflash, there is in fact a search field. There's also a highlight. What's this? So, okay, so certain types of research get highlighted. That's not as useful because I can just read the icons, but I really was glad for those comments pointing that out, because I had no idea. And now I do. And knowing is half the battle. So, you have no idea how hard it is for me not to follow those words with knowledge is power. And more after that, but I'm not going to go that far. Choose research. What do we have to do? Okay. Planetology is probably the most tempting because we can make even more planets, but there's also cybertechnics. We get robo-miners for additional production. There's holo simulator for, more additional morale. Yep. We need that morale. We need to... I actually had a commenter ask me, and I will take a moment to actually address this in the video. Why is morale low on some of my planets? What can be done about it? Well, taxes are one thing that can contribute to crappy morale, but also just having the buildings like holo simulators, like government support facilities, and also the marine barracks, which give a 5% bonus, can help with morale. So 70% is quite low, and as soon as we start building these new buildings we're researching now, you're going to see morale in the Empire start to go up a little bit. So Imarn 3 is a desert planet. I kind of want to terraform it. Let's go ahead and terraform it. It's going to take a while, but I want to go ahead and just knock it out. Okay, now... Okay, good. One jump gate is done. This is the one in Vigare. We have another one in Maine. So you might think, why do you have two jump gates like in systems right next to each other? That's not very efficient, Hadrian. Well, actually, look at it. If we wanted to get to Dagon, the fastest jump... let's say from, say, Trilar. The fastest jump would be from Trilar Prime to Vigare. If we wanted to get down here to Terracus, the fastest jump would be to Maine. So that actually, having two different jump gates removes anywhere from like 2 to maybe 4 or 5 jumps, depending on which direction ships are going from the... I'm not doing exact jump gate math here, but it really helps out a lot. I hope that's clear. So also, it was pointed out to me that I do have some... military outposts set up internally, which I can probably dismantle. And that is fair enough. So these don't have a maintenance cost. They just have a command point cost. Let's go ahead and scrap that one. And tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and leave the one in Palladia up because these are leading back to our home system. So we want to be careful. So just something to be mindful of. Now, let's see, what would be the fastest? I feel like a jump gate should go here. So let's do that. That colony ship is on its way to Vigare Prime. I can't remember if population limits actually go up as you terraform or not. I think they do, but we'll find out. Again, I'm rusty to Master of Orion. I haven't played in a while, so bear with me on some of these details. And I mean, feel free to comment and just say so. That way people watching can find out. All right, so leader level up. What do we have here? I kind of like ship repair per turn a little bit better. That's not a huge amount per turn, but I like that a little bit better. So let's go with that. Okay, now there's a morale bonus to level up here, which I will not complain about. This is Axel, who I think is on Vigare. Yes, she is. So morale is 90% on Vigare, which is nice and high. for a new colony, which is awesome. Now, Palladia 2... Yeah, I don't really need anything else here right now. I've got a couple of worlds in trade mode, so I just want to make sure I'm not leaving anything out. Orbital batteries maybe on Trilar Prime. Well, this is Trilar Prime. Like, I don't know. It's not likely that they're going to get all the way back. Okay, let's go ahead and colonize this radiated planet. So once I've got all of these planets colonized, I am going to turn my attention towards building up a bit more of a fleet and filling out that command point total to where I've got as many ships as I can. We haven't unlocked battleships yet. It would be nice to have the next level of ship as well before I do that. So I might focus on research a little bit as well. But that's currently the goal. Okay, good. We're going to be able to build normally here. Let's go ahead. This is a high gravity world, unfortunately, so that's going to slow things down a bit. Let's look into fixing that. We need to fix both the high gravity and the radiation shield problem. So let's see if we can fix the high gravity first. I'm going to go ahead and... How much would it cost to buy this? That's too much. I'm going to go ahead and buy the production factory, which, as you just saw, shaves 20 turns off of the Gare Prime's production queue, which is nice. And now let's go to the next turn. Mrn 3 is still building something that's taking it... Oh yeah, that's right, it's terraforming. It's terraforming. Alright, so Ursulus 2. What can you do? I need to terraform you, don't I? Holy crap, this is a really terrible planet. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. It's only going to take 18 turns, and then I'll queue up a neutron collider after that. Fungal farm, so the planet builds nice and fast. And colonial revenue, actually, a little bit behind on colonial revenue, so I'll go ahead and build that right after the terraforming finishes. But I want to start making some of these planets nicer as soon as possible, for reasons that I hope are obvious. Now, I don't know that I want to have a jump gate or anything here. Looks like I've got some ruins to explore. Didn't catch that till just now. Excellent. I'm glad I had a space factory right there. That was a good save. So, Ursulus Prime is almost done with its production queue. What's it building? Biospheres.
Welcome
okay.
To GNN.
Another Antaran strike. We have not seen the Antarans at all.
Continues on the Clacon front as the Antarans renew their savage and hitherto successful assault against the Clacon hive.
Okay, so it seems like the Antarans are keyed in on a particular race, which is interesting. Let's see. It doesn't seem like the Clacon are really losing territory. They still have all that there. We can't see anything more than that, but I don't know. It's interesting. All right, let's go ahead and build a jump gate here. It's going to take 4 turns. By the way, I just want to point out another thing. I feel like this is like the biggest derp of this entire series for me. It's a small thing, and you guys probably figured it out and laughed it off. But like in the first couple of episodes, this is the kind of thing that can happen when you're doing a Let's Play, because you're commentating and playing the game at the same time, so you're using up cognitive resources, and it's just different. I was like, oh, hey, this is building faster than usual. Oh, hey, this is researching faster than usual. This seems really fast. What's going on? I set the game on quick speed. Hello? So, I mean, yeah, of course everything is a little bit faster. The buildings, the ships, stuff like that. So, just for the record. Okay, good. We stole optronic computer, so our energy weapon accuracy is that much better. That is really, really good. All of our ships just became more powerful for that upgrade. I love it. And we can upgrade all of our ships too. Very good. So the upgrade not only was processed to the blueprints, but the upgrade went through. But anyway, yes, that's the reason stuff is a little bit faster in this game, because that's what I set it up to be. I haven't played a quick game in several YouTube playthroughs. So it just threw me off, and I forgot I'd made the setting. So sorry if that confused anybody. Hopefully not too many, but it's totally understandable if it did. My bad. That's why things are faster. And I do like it. I like the pace. I think particularly for YouTube, it's fun. So anyway, let's... All right, this is done here. I don't really have anything more that I need to do with this guy right now. I might as well keep him in the system Yeah, let's put him on the jump gate so he can escape quickly if he needs to. But I want to keep the space factory here so that when advanced outposts become available, I can just pop over and upgrade the one bordering the Meklar system. I've got 45 command points, 29 filled. I need to start seriously thinking about filling those, especially now that I have a jump gate network more or less built.
This is GNN.
Hey, population movement, Yamarn too. That's excellent.
Population has boomed in a
I'm not going to skip these anymore because I don't want to miss another story.
Rate has doubled for unknown reasons.
Unknown reasons, huh? Okay. All right, so now I'm thinking, do I need to build a jump gate in Palladia? It'd be kind of overkill because we got one in Ursulus and we got one in Vigare. But it's bordering two empires, and I want to be able to get to Palladia quickly just as much as my other systems. But it would cost a lot of maintenance. Maybe I'll build one in a second when the economy is a little bit better, but for now I'll hold off. Because right now I'm only at 15 extra credits per turn, and that's not a fantastic number. Okay, so now what's the question? Pollution processor. Pollution is still not really a threat, so I'm not worried about these. Neutronium armor would be nice, but planetology, I think, is where it's at. Let's go ahead and do planetology, because I want to compress our gas giant into a new planet. Not going to do anything with our asteroid belts, because I think all of our asteroid belts are Antares ruins, and I don't want to do anything with those, because I feel like that would be bad. Okay, interestingly enough, we have some extra population here. So, another thing that was pointed out is evidently when you switch colonists around like this, you switch the colony focus to manual automatically. I don't like that. I wish that I could move population around and the game would still continue to allocate population accordingly to different types of slots. Instead, it's kind of, you have to micromanage. As you've seen me do throughout this series, you have to really, really micromanage, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. So you can see colony focus balanced because I haven't messed with this colony yet, but everything else is set to manual because I've messed with stuff. So, I mean, if I have to micromanage, I'll micromanage, but it's just, that's something I wanted to point out because it kind of threw me for a loop. Okay, holo simulators are ready. That's great news. Let's go ahead and get those done. So that could hopefully make that population stop striking. Let's see. I can also build one here. Yep, that's awesome. I think just a moment ago the research finished and I forgot to cover it. So that's what I'm doing now as I'm plugging in the holo simulators, which just finished. Ursulus Prime is in need of a new project, isn't it? Let's go ahead and do government support, followed by colonial revenue, followed by neutron collider, followed by spaceport, followed by holo simulator. Okay, we've got that planet fully queued up once again. Again, all the more reason to consider letting players have customizable queues. Okay, we have a negative income, probably from some new buildings, I would imagine, that are costing me money. Oh, also we switch planets away from trading, which hurts things. Holo simulators also have a high maintenance cost, so this is actually going to be a little bit dicey. Deep sea cooling also has high maintenance costs. I'm not a fan. Can't remember struggling with my economy this much in previous Master of Orion versions. This is good, and it's forcing me to make strategic decisions, but as you can see, I'm kind of in like runaway mode. I want to just build stuff, and now I'm having to stop and be like, wait a minute, I can't do that. Trade goods might be the best thing to do on Ursulus 4 right now, honestly. Just to keep the economy afloat. Let's do that. Alright, so this space factory is just going to hang out here. Because I can't build anything else. Hey, it said terraforming is complete. Was that at... Where did we just finish terraforming? It said terraforming complete somewhere. We were terraforming... Trying to remember. No, Yamaran's terraforming is like literally just started. I mean, it did just say terraforming complete, right? Where was the terraforming happening? Huh. Okay. Well, I'll go back and look later and find out, just so I'm not completely at a loss. But it just told me a terraforming project had been completed, and now it's like, just kidding. All right, we're going to focus purely on income-based buildings right now to help our income go back up. Let me make sure things are good here. Another thing I can do is go ahead and queue up trade goods to immediately follow the construction of these holo simulators. So rather than their maintenance costs kicking in and taking a chunk out of the economy, it'll actually go the other way. The trade goods should hopefully either neutralize or maybe even give us some extra credits as opposed to taking credits away. It should either neutralize the credit deficit.
I would prefer us to engage in profitable
association. Check this out. The Alkari want me to declare war on the Klakon. They're going to give me 2 different technologies and pay me 33 credits. No. No. Not quite ready for that, sir.
This
but we're getting there.
Is GNN.
Okay, so the Klakon and the Alkari are going at it. Government support facility has been completed at Ursulus Prime, which should be good for morale. I can't remember if any populations were striking here before, but they're not now. Ursulus 4 needs a holo simulator. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here that I just mentioned a moment ago. Because I want that population to stop striking. These planets need to be growing faster.
Meaningful exchange.
Hey! Ooh, okay. So they want Optronic Computer from me, and they're going to give me the soil enrichment facility. I like you, you're my ally, but I don't know that I need soil enrichment facilities, to be honest with you. They're high maintenance, they don't provide a whole bunch of food, and most of my planets are ocean and Terran, and they're in pretty good shape, so I'm going to say no. Sorry if that upsets you, ally. I don't want you to be mad at me.
Warning. You are currently operating outside acceptable parameters for combine interaction.
I'm going to say no.
Resistance is futile.
That is not your line, sir. Just letting you know. Okay, so they captured Bravo. Let's see if we can negotiate for Bravo's release. Audience. Negotiations.
Enter trade parameters.
Prisoner exchange. Yeah, you have Bravo. What do you want for Bravo?
Minimum viable conditions identified.
Interesting. They want a command point bonus, and they want the reinforced hull. Sorry, Bravo. You're going to stay in Meklar prison. Oh, that's so cold. That's so cold. But that's the life of espionage for you. So there you go. Let's do the holo simulator here too, followed by trade goods. Yeah, we have a population striking here. So anywhere we can build those. I know I said a moment ago that I wasn't going to do holo simulators as much because of the maintenance costs, but I can switch to trade goods for the time being while I'm waiting for more economic buildings to help out. And that should make a big difference. Also, another thing I could consider doing is once a lot of these holo simulators are done building, I can raise taxes. What that means is that I'll have a better income with not as many populations striking because the floor level of morale has risen. That's a possibility. Okay. We can compress our gas giant now and colonize it, which would be nice. Cybertechnics is... What techs are next is the question, I guess. Oh, we're going to go for molecular compression because astroengineering is the next tech, and we'll get access to battleships. So let's work on that one. Where is our space factory? You need to come down here because we want to compress that. It's going to affect our income actually substantially, but when we compress Palladia 3, it will be a much, much more hospitable world, and we can colonize it. All right, so let's go ahead and compress it. It's going to take 7 turns. All right, so our income, ironically, is still showing as 16. I wonder if it'll change after the turn cycles, maybe? Our income should have dropped there. Just saying. Not complaining that it didn't. But our income really should... Okay, our income went up. All right, then. So, the holo simulator's been completed at Palladia 2, and again, we switched immediately back to trade goods, which, as you saw, the income for the Empire actually went up. So that's pretty awesome. I'm going to skip the DNA scanner for now. Ooh, hey, we're at level 2 security. I didn't see that happen. Very cool. So again, the maximum level is 5. We covered this in the first episode. That's just how the espionage system works. Let's go through Ursula 5. Ursula's 5. Not Ursula. Ursula's 5 has grown. That's good. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to keep that population there because that literally cuts the production time on this spaceport in half. And I need as many spaceports as I can get. Good lord. We are almost at a point where we can buy this gravity generator. That's not worth it. Hmm. 16 turns away from the terraforming being done on Emaran 3. I'm really bothered about the terraforming project. Maybe I had it queued up somewhere, and it was saying that terraforming has begun. Or was it Ursula's Prime? Was Ursula's Prime maybe... Maybe Ursula's Prime was a barren planet before. I feel like it was a desert planet, though. I don't know. I'll go back and look later. It's just really bugging me that I didn't see which planet was done. I just missed that notification by like a half second. But all right, let's go through one more turn. I don't want to end the episode just yet. I want to see. Well, I guess. Ooh, hang on. The colony structure allows. Oh, hey. Okay, so we can attack the Antarans now. This colony structure allows transforming the star of the system into a portal to the Antaran dimension.
Untold secret has been retrieved.
Wow.
Of the abyss.
Allows transforming the star of the system. Okay, so what this means is we can now... Okay, I want to go back to researching. What was I researching? Yeah, that's fine.
GNN, Galactic News Network.
Okay, thank you. You're interrupting my thought.
The birth rate has returned to normal on the Trilarian colony.
Fantastic. All right, so that's actually a good stopping point. I like that. Let's just give some last orders here. Okay, yeah, this is our cruiser that just arrived in the main system to help defend against any nonsense the Meklar might throw at us. We could hit them pretty hard from where we are right now because we would plow through Terracus and get to Meklon, and I don't see any ships. I mean, we might be close enough to scan, but when it's time to go to war with the Meklar, we are going to do a lot of damage. But at the same time, we also now have the ability in any of our systems that we want, maybe even in one of the Meklar systems that we conquer, we have the ability to transform a star into a freaking portal to the Antaran dimension and kill the Antarans and win the game that way. That would be fun to do. The only thing that's making me hesitate right now is that's really awesome, but I kind of want to keep playing and enjoy. I don't know. I mean, I definitely want to do it, so I'm going to try. But if it ends the series, that would kind of make me sad, and I would just have to play more Master of Orion to make up with it, or to make up for it. So we'll see how that goes. 1 second. Okay. I feel like there was something else, but I'm sure it can wait till the next episode. So I'll go ahead and cut this one here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe to follow along. New survival, sci-fi, and/or simulation videos air daily at 6 Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next video.